Hey guys, this is AJ, Systems Engineer for the Data Protection Solutions Division at Dell EMC. Today we're going to do a demonstration of NetWorker 9 and performing a recovery from Data Domain and Data Domain Cloud Boost. Right now I'm going to walk you through the user interface of NetWorker 9.0. Right now we are on the Protection tab and we have a view of the overall NetWorker environment. On the left-hand pane here we have selected the NetWorker server itself, nw-02.vlab.local. Underneath these nodes, we have the various groups and the policies that have been configured in this particular environment. Right now, we're going to go down to the policy section and take a look at the Silver policy, which has a file system workflow. Within this file system workflow, we have some actions or activities that have been configured. As you can see here in the right-hand pane, we have a backup job that has been configured, after which clone jobs have been configured to run to create a secondary and tertiary copy of the backup data. As you can see here, we have a visual representation of the workflow itself. We have the Silver file system policy or group that then gets backed up to the Data Domain Virtual Edition locally, and then simultaneously clones are created both into the cloud and onto a secondary Data Domain device, DDVE-01. In order to initiate the job, all we have to do is right-click the workflow and click Start. We're going to click Yes to this, and then move over to the Monitoring section to see the activity of the backup job. As you can see right now, the icon just changed to this radar icon. This means that the actual backup job is now running. If we want to see what particular action or workflow it is working on, we could actually expand the Silver policy and see what it's doing for the time being. As you can see here, this particular backup policy is backing up this particular backup client here, lguest-01, and there's a couple of save sets that have been configured, the desktop directory and the documents directory. As the backup job is complete, you see that a green check mark indicates the backup job has completed successfully. If we want detailed information on the particular action or activity that's taking place, we could right-click and take a look at the details. As you can see here, the backup job completed successfully and has succeeded. All right, let's go back to the actual clones. As you can see here, the clone jobs are actually taking place right now. We actually have the clone that is writing to the Cloud Boost appliance, and we also have a secondary clone that is simultaneously writing to a secondary data domain. So we can also show the details for this particular job. And as you can see here, the clone job has succeeded. Let's close this out, and we can actually see that there's green check marks all the way down throughout this entire workflow and policy, which indicate that the entire workflow has completed successfully. Now, if we switch over to the client, what we can do is actually delete some files within this directory that we just backed up. So before I do that, I'm going to type ls on this Linux client to show you the various files that are located within this directory. As you can see, this is a directory that contains several PDF files. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete all the files that have a PDF extension. As you can see, all the PDF files have now been deleted, and I'm going to switch back to the NetWorker user interface to perform a recovery. All right, so from here we go back to the Recover tab, and we could actually perform a new recovery. On the Recover menu, I'm just going to look for the client that we are trying to recover for, lguest, and right now it's pulling a catalog of all the backup jobs that are currently available. As you can see here, there are a couple of file system backups that are available for restore. Right now we're pulling the information from the client file index and the media database to determine which volumes are required in order to perform the restore or recovery of the files that have been deleted off of the backup client. Okay. Now that the indexes have been loaded, we can browse the specific client and figure out which files we'd like to recover. In this case, we want to recover the files that are located in the Documents directory. As you can see down here below, by default, it selects the most recent backup that was performed. On this particular backup, it was performed on the 5th at 8:05 p.m. If we wanted to see the various versions, we could click this version's number, or this button, and select different versions that are available. Okay, so we're going to go with the latest version to perform this recovery, so we're going to go ahead and click Next, and we're going to recover to the original path. Click Next. Now, we could automatically allow NetWorker to select which volumes are required to recover the data. However, if you want to specify which volume or pieces of media to recover the data from, we can select the radio button that indicates view required volumes and optionally select alternate volumes of clone data if available. All right, so in this case, we want to select a specific pool. I want to recover from the clone copy that's located on the data domain, so I'm going to select alternate volumes of clone data by pool, and I've selected the data domain virtual edition appliance down below. The storage node I'm going to select is the NetWorker server in this case, and click Next. Now we could call this recovery whatever we want, so I'm just going to call it AJ Restore. And we've selected the radio button that states to start the recovery immediately. So I'm going to click the Run Recovery button right now. And as you can see here, we can look at the recovery log. And if we switch back, we can see that the files are recovering in real time. As you can see, the PDF files have recovered. And if we go back to NetWorker, we see that the recovery completion time completed a few seconds ago, and 18 files were actually recovered. So from there, we'll click Finish. And now we have our files. Thank you.